And what's up, everybody? This is None Defense, the host of this YouTube channel, and of course the co-leader of the team, Still Unboomable. There's None Defense right there, level 48 with 380 victory points. Of course, the real leader of our team is Miss Boom Bitch Angee, and of course our co-leaders are Nick Hill and there's Bronson and Nick Hill, which are Bronson and Nick Hill. Okay, and of course I'm gonna go ahead and throw out a shout out to our officers. That is Hillbilly and Titan is in here somewhere. There he is. Hillbilly and Titan, great dudes. Okay, so this is a part of the, you'll notice that I am currently on the Grublet account. That is the account that I use to really show off. That's the account that has all level 1 landing craft. It's just a little thing I do as a gag, just to prove that, you know, there's all kind of ways you can play Boom Beach. But anyway, this video is a part of the Booming Without Borders campaign. And today we are visiting Mountain Dew. The description reads as contribute to missions, collect intel, be kind, and don't use intel to sabotage. Very good advice. Our leaders are Norm Mandy, Vance, and I saw the other, I'm Juck, and there was somebody else, Burst King, and who is the actual leader? And Steve-O Cruz and Deer Slayer, Real Tree Life. A lot of co-leaders on this team. Okay, now for the whole idea of this series is that I'm going to go to different teams, bring different accounts. Sometimes people will travel with me, meaning real players will, and they'll run their own accounts. Sometimes it's just me running the account solo. A lot of times it's me and my lovely lady, Miss Boom Bitch Angee. Say hello, Angee.
Hey, everyone.
So the other day, technically it was like a week ago, we came over to Mountain Dew, and we brought over a bunch of accounts, and we figured we'd go ahead and do a hard op. We started Sour Grapes, and so I'm going to go ahead and focus this video. I just want to show you the attacks that we did to the leaders of the team Mountain Dew, and anyone on Mountain Dew or anyone watching the video. The secret is not having a bunch of accounts all high level, you know, doing this, you know, whatever. That's not the secret. The secret is know what you have and work within your limits with what you have. And then it's all comes down to just task based. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate to you in this video today with just our attacks. Next video is where I enter the task force critic phase, and that's where I'm going to start looking at your guys' attacks. And you know, sometimes feelings get hurt, but I assure you I never say anything mean. I just speak the truth. But I will call myself out on mistakes as well. So this was Blueberry. This is an account that we have. It has all resource statues for the most part. Not a lot going on. As I recall, now keep in mind we did these attacks 6 days ago, so you're asking me to remember a lot. But what I was going for was a smoky hookah situation. You notice how I put the Zookas. I dropped them first. I should have shocked better, smoked better. I lost a lot, got a lot of damage by those machine guns. See, you notice how, there you go. When you shock in this situation, if you can hit all these defenses, then you really need to. But the whole point of this attack was mainly just to kind of start softening up this corner, get it ready. If I could go back and do it again, I do recall that I should have used Willow, one of our tanker accounts. I should have used that first. But, you know, you live, you learn. We all make mistakes. But either way, it wasn't a bad attack because, you know, kind of softened this corner up and got it ready for the next one. When you're wanting to open bases up, a lot of teams I notice, you know, seem to think that they should start off with their biggest guys and let the low guys finish. And then other teams want to start with the low guys and let the big guys finish. Here on our team, Still Unboomable, we try to focus on more of not, it doesn't matter big or small, start or end. What matters is the objective. You know, the objective is to start working this corner. Here I went in with Nala, and I went Smoky Zuka. And again, I should have just went with just straight Willow in this situation, just put tanks over. You see I missed that shock again. So these are mistakes that can certainly happen, and they happen to me. And I'm one of the more experienced players out there, and I forgot to drop a boat of Zukas. Yes, I make mistakes. My wife makes mistakes. The leaders on our team make mistakes. The high-level players on our team makes mistakes. it's going to happen. So, and then we go in with Willow, and this is what I should have done just right out the gate. But either way, it worked out. It worked out the way it was supposed to, I suppose. Notice how I dropped the medics in first in this situation, which then allows the tanks to kind of create a little pocket of protection around them. I'm a big believer in creating those pockets. Beautiful. Now Willow is a tanker, of course, but she's not a super high level tanker, but she does have a decent amount of red health statues, so she does certainly have that going for her. The rockets, we took care of the rockets, we took care of the machine guns. Now this is assembly that we're attacking, and keep in mind we already know how to beat assembly, and that's you clean this side, right? And then you sneak some riflemen or some Zookas back here. Once you've satisfactorily dealt with all these major obstacles, then you just sneak some guys back there, take the win. So if you're watching this and you don't know what we're doing, you don't understand our system, understand our communication, you know, you may look at this and, you know, just see a bunch of random attacks. Well, I promise there is more to it than that. Okay, so this was Grublet. So far, it looks like I've driven everything. It's just I know my style. I know my style of dropping versus Angee's style of dropping. Yeah, this is definitely me. So I went in with just 2 boats here. I'm not sure what I was thinking. Oh, that's right. Alright. I needed, for Grublet 1T, I needed bombs more than anything else. So I sent the 2 boats of rifle over here just to specifically finish off that machine gun, get rid of it. And then as you can see, I dropped over here to eat up all these power cells so I could start bombing these rockets up here. So, whoever the genius behind that attack strategy was, well, he's a genius. Okay, probably not a genius, but he's certainly pretty decent at Boom Beach. So, good job, Grublet 1T. We have since changed the name of this account. His name is now Meezer. Meezer. So, if you see Meezer pop up, it used to be Grublet 1T. Alright, Bartholomew. Now, this is Warriors. This had to have been driven by Angee. I'll do Warriors. I certainly will. Okay. Alright. So she's getting over there. She has had a little bit of difficulty getting the timing down. You know, and that's Warriors. Sometimes they're going to do that. You're just going to lose track of what's going on, and before you know it, it just goes ugly. But she got one shock launcher there, so that's certainly solid. Okie dokie. So that was Bartholomew. Now Silence. Now, Silence was running Warriors, which is very rare for Silence, as I prefer to run Riflemen. So, this might have been me, might have been Angee. I'm going to say this was Angee. It just feels like Angee. And that's not, that doesn't mean anything bad. It just, she has her own style there. Beautifully done. So she got on this shocker. She kind of started working it out. You notice how she flared to this sniper. Sometimes it's kind of hit or miss, but if you can time your flare right, you can have it land on something just as one thing pops. So as soon as it pops, you can, already get them running. But either way, the 2 shock launchers are gone. So now I definitely want to start sneaking stuff back here and dealing with this. Let's see what we actually did. Because again, this was 6 days ago. A lot's happened in 6 days. Like a lot. This was Princess. Okay, going all Rifleman. So surely driven by myself. Okay, now if I'm being true to myself and honest with myself, this is where I want to go ahead and get back here. Let's see how I did. Okay, we're flaring the corner, flaring the second corner. Now we're going to flare there. Now we're going to flare there. Smoke, smoke, smoke. No, we went shock there. Must not have smoke. Oh, I see. Okay, so that was not the plan. The plan was to go ahead and finish clearing this off. Clean up this corner. Remove all that jibber jabber. Okay, let's see. So that was Princess. Mishu, and that's me. Mishu is another one that I typically run rifle on, but for this operation, wait, this is an assembly. We must have jumped real quick. So let's finish assembly. Finish all of our attacks on assembly. Okay, well, Burst King. Burst King, you've popped up in chat a few times. when I saw this attack live, and I'm just, you know, I'll be honest, and I'm only showing this is because it was a part of the base that I attacked. When I saw you dropping grenadiers over here to eat all this, you know, get all these, theoretically to build up your gunboat energy, the only thing I want to know at that point is, alright, fine, if you're going after sails and if you're going after machine guns and they're completely out of the way and pointless, then what are you going to do with the gunboat? So I have yet to go back and really watch these hardcore. So let's find out, what did Burst King do with the gunboat? If he bombed these rockets, he did well. Anything other than that was a failure. Alright, so he wasted gunboat on a shock there. He's bombing this machine gun. Alright, Burst King, I have to ask you, what the hell are you doing? And I don't mean that in a mean way, but it's a fair question. Why are you bombing this stuff when you've seen that we were able to get past it completely without any issue? Like, I don't even think this thing shot at anybody all day. Okay, yeah, Burst King, sorry, that was a bad attack. You got to look at the situation, try to understand what's going on, communicate with your guys. I'm not entering the Task Force Critic part, so I'm just going to drop that. But I will get into that in more detail. So now that we've done the hard work of going through and cleaning up this entire left side, now Nick Hill, using, this is his small account, so it's just to show you what can be done with a smaller account. So he's just going to drop his Zookas. We're going to get him right here. He's going to flare him right there. He's going to flare him. Oh, he's going straight to there. That's fine. Now he's going to flare there. Smoke, smoke, smoke. Beautiful. Going to flare the shock launcher. Nope, he's just going to let him go. That's fine. But he shocks it all, and that's how we win. So that's how you beat assembly, guys. We have seen assembly, it feels like 8 bazillion jillion times. And though it always has some variant, you know, there's always some little obstacle that it wasn't there last time, but the typical game plan never changes. That's assembly. There have been times on assembly that we have gone the long way around the right side. It's rare though. We typically hit left. But there are situations where you're going to want to go the other directions. You know, but it's about just taking the time and just thinking about it, really. So, okay, so that was assembly. We beat it with, well, not really any help from Burst King. Sorry about that, Burst King. But we did. That was, so that I was involved, Angee was involved, and Nick was involved. So thank you guys for that. This was Mishu, driven by myself, running hookah. Excuse me, I got to get a little beverage here. I do drink Diet Dr. Pepper or Diet Coke or some version of those two drinks. My mission on this run was specifically remove these boom cannons. Nothing else mattered. Nothing. Okay? Just nothing else mattered other than killing this boom cannon. Anything that happens above and beyond killing that boom cannon, then hey, good job, you did something. But that really, you know, wasn't an issue. You'll see that now I'm just throwing all my extra gunboat at this laser beam. If I know me, I should be doing a reflare right about here. Let's see what happens. Nope. No reflare today. I'm just going pure gunboat. That's fine. Because again, remember, the only goal was to destroy those boom cannons. So the fact that, you know, I was able to enhance that by getting some sails and getting some extra bombs off on that laser. So, you know, that's the mission plus. You know, I completed the mission plus. Okay, so that was Mishu on Gambit. This was Fancy Pants, driven by myself, running hookah. I love hookah. I don't run hookah nearly as much as I'd like to. Notice how I'm always putting my Zookas here? That matters, and the reason is because it puts your heavies out in front of them when they come around here, and it keeps your Zookas in a nice little grouping, in a nice little pocket behind your heavies. That's what you want. When people drop their heavies first, and then their Zookas over here, and then flare to this corner, by the time the heavies get here and start going here, and the flare runs out, then the Zookas are only going to be like right here. They're going to start walking straight, go straight over this minefield. Put your Zookas first, guys. That's not an opinion just because I wanted to make up an opinion. That is just good, solid information. 99% of the time, you will be better off dropping your Zookas first and then having your heavies come around them. If you're starting off with a corner flare. That's the thing. If you're just going to walk straight, yeah, by all means, drop your heavies first. But if you're going to be doing any kind of corner flare, you really want to drop your Zookas first. Watch your smoke, watch your shock, watch the defenses. Just play smart, play the game. Can't believe we're watching that in real time. Okay, so that was Fancy Pants. Okay, this was Silver Cat. Hookah, driven by me. Still working on... No, we've already done that. Did we? No, we haven't. Okay, so notice once again, drop the Zookas first. Get them over here. It just puts the Zookas in a much better position overall. This looks like I'm going to flare over here. I mean, that's what I would do if I was... Yep, there I am. That's me. That's how none defense does it. Oh, let's speed that up. Okay, I lost track of that mortar. I think I lost a few Zookas as a result, but that's going to happen. But I'm throwing bombs on that laser. Okay, so that was Silver Cat. And Buddy. Okay, Buddy was all rifle, driven by me. I was heavily involved on this operation, clearly. I'm going to finish off that laser there. I'm going to work over here, and I'm going to keep these things shocked. These two mortars shocked. Good night, my love.
Good night.
We just got off from a long day at work, and Angie has to get a few hours of sleep before the next long day of work, so she's about to lay down. But it's okay. She usually sleeps through me talking anyway, so don't feel like that I'm going to keep her up. Okay, so that was Buddy attacking Gambit. And did any of our guys go less than Pi 365 went on Gambit? Well, let's keep true to the tradition since we did it with Burst King. Pi 365, let's see if you helped us or hurt us. First off, you dropped your Zookas in the wrong place. Let's see how that works against us. Speed that up just a little. See how the Zookas are just going right through there? Like, you just lost Zookas. There was no point in losing those Zookas. If you'd have dropped Zookas first, they'd have never even come close to those mines. They just wouldn't have. Yeah, I mean, you're still having trouble on these mines when it all could have been fixed just by dropping everything over here. And whoever said that it was a good idea to mix heavies and medics, or hookah and medics, like, I've seen the benefit of it here and there, but more often than not, you're just losing heavies anyway, and then your medics are trying to heal the Zookas, and a medic can't heal a Zooka. Alrighty, so that was that. That was Pi 365. So it wasn't a bad attack, Pi, but we're going to look at it in more detail on tomorrow's video, or excuse me, on the next video. I'm going to try to cram out at least one more video after this one, or maybe even another one. So that was Gambit. Now let's look at Nick Hill 2. Okay. Okay, we already showed this. So when I showed you Nick Hill 2's attack, I made a mistake. This was how he won on Gambit, so we already showed that. That's so silly. I can't believe I did that, but that's going to happen. But, of course, Nick Hill destroyed Assembly anyway, so I guess it really doesn't matter. So we know what he's going to do. He's going to just drop all of his Zookas. See how we're accounting for this Burst King. When you went over here and started attacking this and all this, the attacks that we ran, this thing never even turned and looked at us. We were not concerned about that shock launcher, like even a little. It meant nothing to us, so your attack on it was wasted. Your attack on this machine gun wasted. And that's how you win. Now that was a total... that was funny. I shouldn't make fun of Nick because he's such a brilliant boomer, but he rarely makes mistakes, so when he does, I have to pull it out. What happened there was he had a misflare to this flamethrower, which then sent them kind of walking. He lost some on this boom mine, and it just went crazy. But in the end, you know, he knew what he had to do. So after that, it was just kind of a long wait. Whereas normally he could have beaten that thing in 10 seconds. Once he got back there, we had to wait 30. But great job, Nick. It is such a pleasure booming with you. But yes, even the great Nick Hill, and he is, in many ways, in terms of, I don't know, he's definitely hands down one of the best overall boomers, you know, total package boomers on our team. And that includes me, that includes Angie, that includes Bron, and we're all really good in our own individual ways. But we all make mistakes. Nobody is free of the mistake bug. It's going to happen. So our team, the team that we brought over, representing Still Unboomable, it doesn't look like Bron came over with us today, and that's fine. So on this team, we beat Assembly and we beat Gambit, and we did it through communication, experience. We worked together for a long time. You know, obviously me and Angee are married, so we work together on Boom Beach, and then Nick's been with us a while and we communicate with him, so you know, there's a lot of experience and familiarity with that. But again, we're not doing anything that you guys can't do. It's just a matter of taking the moment, looking at it. So we've done that. Let's go ahead and look at low point. Low point is often can be a fun one. You notice that I thought this was kind of cute. I went ahead and just sent one boat of rifles over here, since there was this one lone rocket all by itself. So I was like, alright, I'm just going to send one boat over there just to go ahead and just make it gone, so it won't even be a problem. I didn't have to commit too much. Just one boat of rifle, I can live with that. And then I knew that ultimately I was going to come and just start working all this. And then that's what I did. And just through pure numbers, I was able to take out that shock launcher, and which then allowed me to flare backwards and start working these boom cannons. This was not a brilliant attack, but this was certainly a very, very good one. And it wasn't, you know, and it wasn't that amazing, honestly. You know, there was no super skill there. That was just pure recognition. That's all that was. That was just recognition. I recognized the situation, took advantage of it, utilizing what I had available. You know, and that's what Booming Without Borders is designed to do. That's what we want to do, is be able to teach people how to recognize these situations and not overcommit. Okay, so Yacht went on low point, so let's see how Yacht did. Yacht is not one of mine. Okay, Yacht. So I like that you're dropping the Zookas first. That's a good habit to get into. Okay, he's working those. I like the fact that he's dropping Barrage here, because that's going to clear out some of these shock mines. That's important. I'll speed it up a little. Working over there. Good shock. That was good shock, Yacht. Good job. That actually was really good. I mean, he's maximizing his shock. He's getting the most he can out of it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Way to work that side there, Yacht. Good job. So, and then once the heavies are done, you know, we all know what happens to Zookas. Okie dokie. So, then we send Lord Marshall. That is, the account is owned by one of my best friends in real life. We've been friends for, oh God, 15 years it feels like. Wait, if I'm 35, yeah, about 15 years, jeez. Excuse me. He is a heck of a boomer. As you can see, he's level 60. Excuse me. Well, because we are best friends, he does allow me to access his account. So anytime I need to run a specific mission, or if I'm doing a Booming Without Borders, or if I'm just going to a different team to recruit, he allows me to access his account and just use them for whatever I need them for. But I never use his boost. I never use his diamonds. I just, you know, his account as is plenty strong. So let's watch that attack. You know, and I know somebody's going to think, yeah, well, we don't have a level 60. Well, yeah, that's true, but that's not really, you know, the issue. Yeah, while we were here, it's true, we beat Sour Grapes. We came over and we helped y'all with Sour Grapes. You know, but I don't want you to think, I feel like I was left you with the impression that we're just saying, see, all you need is just a bunch of really powerful accounts. No, that's, if I left you with that impression, that is definitely the wrong impression, because the correct impression should be, excuse me, just puffing on a J here. Anyway, what we should have came away with, I believe, is just that how we use the accounts, the attacks in the right order. You know what I mean? Like, if not, because that's the secret. That really is. So let's say on our team, on Still Unboomable, a player comes on. You know, let's say it's, I don't know, 8 a.m. in his time, and the op's already been going for a couple of hours. So he will, you know, wake up, go through his normal morning routine, and, you know, he almost won there, Lord Marshall. But, so anyway, so a person will wake up, go through their normal morning routine, and, excuse me, and then at some point when they're ready, and that's the thing, when you're ready, log on to Boom Beach, jump in the chat, tell us you're ready to go, and we will find something for you to do. Well, it seems like the leaders over here, it seems like you guys want to lead, it seems like you want to be involved, and you want to be encouraging to your team. So I would ask you to get your guys, as many of your guys, to watch this video series, and it's not just to get my views up, though I mean that doesn't hurt, but I don't get paid for this. This is just something I do for my own volunteer time. But what that will do is give at least a however many of your guys come over and participate in watching the video, that will give all of you, at least you've all had access to the same information. So as we get into the Task Force Critic, I'm going to start going into your specific attacks, and I'd like to do a video of showing you how we do notes, and, you know, giving you, I'm going to be dropping tips along the way. So I don't know, definitely get your notepad out for the next one, because I'm going to be throwing there's a lot of information to go through. Alright, excuse me. So as of right now, I'd like to say that this team is fairly solid. It seems like several of you know what you want to achieve. You just don't know how to put it all together in a group. So that's, if there's anything that I can do to help you with that, it's going to be to focus on that, how to get you to work better as a group. You have some solid players, and we're in the next video will definitely show that. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I want to thank everyone so much for watching and being part of the Booming Without Borders campaign. I want to thank the team Mountain Dew for allowing us to come over and do this, and I did tell them ahead of time, and they've watched a few videos as well. If you are a team, or if you are a Boom Beach player, and you are looking for a team that is kind of more in the middle phase, you know, just on the verge of getting ready to really take off, which is a really fun time to be a part of a task force, then I definitely recommend you look up the hashtag 20ULP9GG. Vance, Norm, I've talked to them a little bit. They seem really cool. Burst King seems alright. Haven't had a chance to really get to know the guys, but they seem okay. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Please remember that we are still unboomable, and as always, please be safe. Thank you.